road trip. What did you think about the intensity and focus with which you guys began this one?
I mean, it was great. I mean, this stretch of games that we have, even starting back, to the road trip, we're playing against a lot of quality opponents, a lot of teams that are firmly in the playoff race right now. Obviously, we've played them twice. I mean, Philly's a playoff team right now. Obviously, New York, Toronto. And then after this, we got L.A., Boston, Denver, Houston. Like we have a great stretch of games to see, how good of a team we are, and we were able to come out. And even from the jump, I feel like we were in full command of this game. I don't think we gave up a lead the entire game. So those are the type of games, obviously, that you want to play in and just be able to win it, especially against a team like this.
Aaron talks about punishing physicality in different ways. How do you personally use speed to counter, I guess, sort of the rough and tumble?
I mean, just being able to get by people. Obviously, with teams like that, it's going to be a lot of hands. Swiping hands down. It's nothing like. I mean, you're taught this. A lot of even high school kids do the same thing now. And however the refs call it, they call it. But you have to be able to be physical offensively as well as being physical on the defensive end. And playing against this team, that you're going to have to bring that because you're not going to be able to finesse your way or just be able to get out and transition the entire game. So you have to be able to match their physicality on both ends of the court.
There are games you personally this year, you kind of start off getting other people involved, other guys are initiating the offense, and then there's tonight where you were really aggressive looking for your own shot. How do you work that balance?
I mean, we have a team full of guys that, one, can create their own shot, but two, play extremely well off of advantages. So, I came out aggressive tonight, but they're just seeing how games go, just different ways to attack the game, different ways to affect the game. But Vic was great for us. Obviously, Steph didn't shoot the ball a lot, or Dev didn't shoot the ball a lot, but they found different ways to affect the game. And that's a quality team win for us just from start to finish.
How does it work in your head where you're a guy like, I could go get 30, but maybe there's a night this guy has a bet? How do you subjugate that? Or
it's not a real way to put it in words. You go out there and you just have a feel for the game.
Along the lines of what you were saying about guys finding other ways to contribute, Steph had 12 assists against only 2 turnovers. What are you seeing from him growth-wise as a playmaker?
Just obviously he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot. So you go through stretches like this, especially playing against teams like this who pressure the ball, who go over, go under, who trap. You get to see how different it can be, because at times we're playing teams where it's a soft coverage on them. They're trying to go under. They're not pressuring as much. They're not picking them up at half court. So the more that you see different types of coverages, different types of teams, the game continues to slow down for you. And it makes it so much easier, even when you're not scoring. Like you said, 12 assists to 2 turnovers. Any point guard in the league would take that, especially with the way that he's playing on the defensive end too.
At this time last year, you and Vic had played like 6 games together or something like that, and then he was out, and then you were out. Now that you played a lot more games together this season, where would you kind of say you are in the process of figuring each other out and that synergy and everything?
I think we're in a great spot. Obviously, there's always room to grow. It's a little different than being like Jamal and Jokic, where y'all have played 7-8 years together. But I think we're in a great spot, and I think both offensively and defensively we kind of know what each other want to do, what spots we want to be in, and we're continuing to get better at that. But as I said before, just the way that this team operates, the way that this team plays, we could have games where you're not on the same page per se, but we have so many games where all 5 guys are on a string, both offensively and defensively, and that's when we have games that look like this, and we try to replicate that as much as possible.
He said he thinks he should look for you more often, to be honest. So
we want Vic to stay aggressive. For him, it's put the ball in the basket first, put the ball in the basket second. If they double you or you can't get a shot off, you start to play make. And I think that's what works for us, because he can put the ball in the basket against one person. As best player, sometimes you got to do it against 2 people. As Mike would always come to me like, just because someone doubles you doesn't mean you need to pass the ball every single time. And that's what we need him to do. And he's continued to grow as a playmaker.
As much as flow dictates shots and all that stuff, is any part of a game like tonight against an opponent like that we're getting that much closer to the playoffs and we're in that stretch run and conceivably the ball's going to be in your hands a little bit more, when it gets to that time of the year, wondering if this is kind of maybe a ramp up to when we get there.
I mean, you want to be playing your best basketball, towards the end of April or, mid to end of April. So, I mean, you could say that per se, but for us, like, we have a lot of guys who haven't experienced the playoffs yet. So for us, these are ramp-up games because, I mean, obviously, we're not trying to be cocky or anything, but we know we're going to be in the playoffs. At the end of the day, we don't know who we're going to play against, but we have to be ready and prepared for anything, and especially with the physicality of the game, the speed of the game, the way that the game's going to be officiated. As a team, we have to continue to build and get ready for that.
Troy made a couple of runs where they kind of, cut the lead, and y'all were able to stop them and kind of rebuild the lead. Do you feel like that's been a growth with the team to be able to stop those runs and build the lead back up?
Yeah, definitely. I think it was our defense. I mean, obviously we scored 120 points, but I think we held them to 106. Like, you hold teams to that, you will always give yourself a chance to win. And even, I mean, I think they got it to 8 going into the fourth quarter, and then they scored 5 points in 7 minutes. Like, that's how you stop that's how you stop bleeding. It's not always going to be offense. At times it's defense. At times it's just not turning the ball over, getting a good shot. At times it's just being able to finish a possession with a defensive rebound. And I think that's what we were able to do, and that's how we stopped the bleeding.
You're one of the few guys that does have playoff experience, and I'm curious, how do you think that the recent games, especially against teams that love playing physical, how do those compare to, that next level in the playoffs? Is it even close?
I mean, that's what it's going to look like. You can't, as much as you think you're getting fouled, you probably are, but, refs are like, we can't call it every single time. So, this game, these 2 games, the New York game, the Toronto games, those are teams that are physical, and you have to be able to embrace that. And that's what the playoffs look like. That's why, scores are lower in the playoffs. As much as refs or the league wants to say that they don't officiate the games differently, we all got 2 eyes and we can all see it. So you have to be able to embrace that, and you have to be able to maintain your level of play. Obviously, shooting percentages go down. There's not, I mean, it passes the eye test. We all know the reason why shooting percentages go down in the playoffs, because the game is different, the game is more physical. Everybody's asking for defense, and that's what it looks like.
Along those lines, going 6-1 against the 2 teams with the best records in the league, what can that do for a young group that's about to be in that setting for the first time?
I mean, that can definitely build confidence, but I mean, we have guys in this locker room who don't care, no matter who we're playing against. You let them off the leash and they go out there and they do what they do. So obviously we've played well against the top teams in the league, but it doesn't matter who you put out there. We have guys who are ready to go.
Thanks, Darren. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.